How you doing? Hey, we're here today, and I'm privileged to be here with Mike Ballantyne, social media expert. I ran into Mike about 3 months ago, and we were doing a stage show together, and he got up and just wowed him. And you know what the great thing about Mike and his presence is, when he was 17 years old, he was making $1,400 a day using social media. I had no idea what social media was in the sense that he's talking about it. But today we're going to talk about the importance of social media, what it's done for thousands of people that we're approaching right here. And right now we're going to be talking to the real estate community.
Sounds great.
And you know, the idea is that the realtors are a corporation. They're their own independent contractors. And you know, we're going to talk about how they can build from 300, which is the average, I think a little less than that.
300 people, right?
Up to 3,000 to 5,000 in 30 days, and why that's important. So, Mike, tell us, basically, what is social media?
Well, Daniel, social media is a way that there's old media and there's new media, and social media is ultimately a way where it's free for users to sign up online. So if you're new to the internet, you get on there, you can use sites, and from that, you can really just get your message and communicate, and from that you can also build a community, which we'll get into later. But the whole idea of it is to be able to communicate, and not only that, be able to do it at a cost that is so reasonable, which is free ultimately for you to be able to use this source, this power that's given to us. And not everyone's knowledgeable of it and how to actually utilize it to the fullest potential. So ultimately, social media is a way to communicate.
Okay. When you talk about social media, you know, in my career, I've trained over 500,000 salespeople. You know, I've done a lot of things to increase their business, and a lot of people say, how do I get more leads? How do I get a community of people? Right. And most people, when I talked to you, you said, do you have Facebook? Right. Or, you know, MySpace? You know, at that point, I'm talking to you about, and Twitter. And you made me realize that there are actually over 100 social media sites. Let's talk about that.
Okay. So one of the biggest things, and one of the things that people may be confused about, or they may not understand it fully, is that there are over 100 social media sites. And it's, you know, a lot of people know Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, MySpace. There's new ones that are coming up, Foursquare, and there's tons and tons of other little video sites. But one of the interesting things that is going on the internet today is that you're able to create all these little communications, or you know, whether it's written, whether it's a video or audio, and disperse it into the internet. So just as you're watching this today, most likely on Facebook or YouTube, it's one of those ways to publish the media. So what I talk about, and what's really important, especially for the real estate community to understand, is that there's actually sites made just for realtors to be able to publish their for sale properties, to get buyers, to get those leads and to start marketing there. And from that, you can really, it's a niche marketing. So you don't want to be marketing everywhere, you just want to be marketing in the niche area. But ultimately, you can publish this media, and it's just a monster. Yeah, it's you know, I talk about all the time about features versus benefits. You know what they really want to know is they want to know, how do I make money with it? You know, it's, you know, and you know, people, I ask them when I'm in large audiences, how many people do you have on your Facebook? And they'll say, oh, 50, 200. Oh, I don't know if I want a lot of people on that. I say, you know, look, how many of you would like to have 3,000 to 5,000 that know, like, and trust you, and they're in your community, and you're communicating with them. So let's talk about that. And the first step is building the community, and then all of a sudden you start realizing the benefits for that. So you've done this for a lot of realtors already. We have actually created a monster out of some of the top agents, where we've taken and shown them how to use the flip cameras and start filming their properties and what have you. Talk about that a little bit. Okay. Well, one of the major things that you're able to do, and to actually start seeing some income, is if you haven't already, you want to get started with social media or the internet in general. So get on there and start using a site like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and those are just the basics. And then stay tuned for a lot more information where you can get, like, there's other sites out there that you can go into. But the major thing that's working for real estate agents right now is video.
Right.
video talks, and it says 1,000, if not a million words, because I think there was a saying out there, picture says 1,000 words,
right.
What would a video tell? So ultimately, videos speak louder, people get to know you, actually build rapport with your audience.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things. So if you haven't already, go to Best Buy, grab a flip camera. It's a Flip Mino, or you can actually get the Kodak. They're both similar,
right.
And they're filming in full HD quality, so you can walk around your property.
It's insane.
Just put it up.
You know, I know I have one of those. You know, I'd like to show it to them.
You've been having a lot
and
of fun.
it flips to people. What is that? What are you doing? You know,
right.
And I'm doing lifestyle videos, and I'm putting posts up there and a lot of information. And you know, people are going to realestateSellingPower.com and they're seeing all these videos and they're going, wow, you know, how do
What's going on?
Yeah. And it's just a lot of information coming at them very fast, but yet they can digest it when they want. And you're building. The great thing is we're not really asking for anything. We're just offering a lot of free content and enrolling them into the vision of helping more people. And so by using the internet and social media, most people think social media is MySpace still, or it's you know, it's something for the kids, or you know, what have you. You know,
don't touch it. Privacy.
The average realtor, we're talking to realtors today, is around 53 years old. So the baby boomers, you know, and they think that it's just for the kids, but it's huge, it's big, and if people get their hands around this and understand it, I mean, it's a matter of building a database of people who know you. You don't have to go out and knock on doors. I mean, that's what people are, you know, say, oh, I know what I can do. I go hang flyers, knock on doors, and you know what's cool about it? Mike, it's free.
It's free. You can't go wrong with free.
So, you know, more people need to understand it.